How my life have changed since becoming a YouTuber. I'm confident to share all the tips and tricks and everything I've learned being a content creator and especially being a small YouTuber. The most common obstacles I see people trying to get over to YouTube and to content creating is to getting over being camera shy. I get it, it's very daunting and it's such a weird habit to actually talk to a camera lens instead of talking to a real human being. And trust me, it does get a lot of time for me to get used to it. Especially, I know that I'm not a really good speaker in general. You don't have to be a professional talker, speaker, educator, presenter to be speaking in front of the cameras. But that weird and awkward feeling is definitely something that I see a lot of people, including myself, needs to get over with. The best thing and the best advice that I would ever give to anyone is that you just practice. You just do it frequently enough that it's just become a habit of yours. Everything turns into muscle memories and then you don't really fear what is going on or if you're gonna do it wrong. The other tip I think that would really help as well is that when you practice speaking to a lens, to a camera, flip your phone around and talk to the back of your camera. The thing that I found that would really help anyone is because when you speak to the front of the camera, you'll still see your face in front and that gives off the FaceTime sort of vibe and sense, which is perfect. Like that is really good. But when you want to become an actual YouTuber, you have to speak to the lens. The success and the trust that you build with the audience actually build when you look at the lens directly. I definitely think that a beautiful and a comfortable setup, it's really gonna minimize the obstacles or like the difficulty you have before you have your camera rolling. So I do have a little rooms at home where I produce content and do everything that's related to my content. It actually has a very nice big beautiful window here, so I do get a lot of that natural lighting. Also, my partner has helped me set up. This setup that I have really helped me to make it easier so that every time I need to produce and record content, I just get into the room, close the door, having everything set up here already, knows what I need to pull out, and then I just hit record and start talking and being myself. Along with the setup, I think something that's really helped me as well is to find a schedule that's gonna work. I am not yet a full-time content creator. Like this is just my hobby. This is something I do on the side. I have a level of personal commitment to this as to really build a habit for myself, and that's one of my goals in 2024. And creating YouTube videos, creating content is part of it. For me, somebody who still have a regular 9-to-5 jobs, I would just say that the thing that helps you most will be something you strike a balance out. Once you find a time and really be able to build the routine and habit around content creations in general, it's really about being committed to it and find the appropriate amount of time to actually make it happen. Not until I start producing, editing, and having regular YouTube videos up online that I found out and experienced how much time it actually takes. And I just have mad respect for everyone out there who is a small YouTuber, because recording's actually not the big problem. Once you get yourself comfortable with the cameras, once you've got a good sort of outline, agenda or script to talk through, and just be yourself basically in front of a camera lens, like those parts are actually the easy part. The hard part is to actually find the time to finesse the video afterwards. And it's not so much about, oh, you don't have to be, editing heaps. You just have to be yourself and post a video how it is. Yes, I 100% agree with that approach if you are somebody who is pursuing that type of content. But at the same time, no matter how much editing you have in your videos, there is still that time that you need to spend after a video has been recorded to sort it out, to make sure that everything is at least edited to the very watchable amount. It's not about being fake and cut out parts that you don't want people to see, but to be respectful of your viewers and your audience time, you want to just make sure that every second that somebody spend watching your video, it's really valuable and they enjoy the content that you're making. So it's about taking out unwanted words like pauses and and the and like the stuttering, that it's not really reflecting your personality, and we're just reflecting that you have not been preparing that much for your audience, for the content that you're producing. I thought that I would like to be a minimum edit sort of storyteller YouTuber, but In fact, I found something more resonating with my own personality and the way that I tell stories or the way that I present myself in front of the camera. And that site actually involved a medium to high level of editing. I was not a editor at all. Like, I edit vertical content for TikTok and Instagram all day every day. Like, I can do that in 10 minutes or so. A perfect video will be produced. But the level of editing from a 4K cameras, from a long form content, horizontal, there is so much going on that you actually need to be very attentive to it. And I totally agree. Yes, I can just leave it very minimal and untouched, but at the same time, I feel like that's not really complementing the way that I'm creating my videos and producing my videos. So then I'm committed and I went into that route where my videos show a bit more of an editing video skills. And I'm really proud of what I've produced so far, and I actually found a lot of enjoyment doing those because they're really fun and they're actually not hard. There's something that's suitable for every level of skills, and that's what I love about creating contents in like this day and age. If you want your videos to be as fancy or as simple as you want, there's a slot for everyone. The beautiful things about this is that it doesn't take you forever. The more editing that you do, the more that you'll find a better way to make it faster, and just it's a really enjoyable process. I think personally video editing for me, it's actually really enjoyable. Next up is the part that I think everybody would just really enjoy, which is uploading. So uploading video to me is the step when I know that I actually made it. Seeing myself being online, it's just amazing. And a lot of YouTubers will tell you the step in between, it's hectic. I'm here to say that it is very hectic. You've got to make sure before your video is posted, there are title, thumbnails. Title and thumbnails, like there's a whole story. Title and thumbnail is so in-depth in the knowledge and the strategies behind it that I actually think that it takes a good amount of time for you to study, research, learn, and then applies the good things that you've learned into your own videos to make sure that your video is going to perform really well. Attracting the right audience, making sure that it's engaging, and making sure that it reveals of what you actually want to talk about. If you are a small YouTuber, and especially similar to myself, what I tell myself, I would say that you don't need to be nailing your title and thumbnails the first go. Like, it's never gonna happen, so don't feel beaten down. Don't feel like you've not succeeded and feel like you've failed this part. The beautiful thing about title and thumbnails, as hard as it is that you can always fix it up later. Once you've posted your videos, there's also a few other things that I think you'll really learn along the way. Description, tags, any URL you want to link to your videos, all of that part, don't worry too much when you first started out. I was really going hammered on, oh, what do I have to post so that everybody sees all of it in my videos and all of that. But doing a lot of videos, I actually found out that, I can just post the goddamn videos. I can just post my videos and that'll be good. That'll be it. You see and you'll really learn once you've posted your videos which one will resonate really well with your audience, which one will really reflecting your personality, your authenticity and yourself, and continuing doing those to really develop and grow your channel. There are also videos gonna be performing not as well. You'll see that it'll be published for a while and no one's really click on it. Don't be upset for those videos. I know that sometimes it can be really discouraging, but there's actually a lesson in that you can learn from it. Like, why does it not perform well? Is that because of your title or your thumbnail, or maybe because the way that you tell the stories and the way that the video content is actually not that engaging or attractive enough to hold on to your viewers' attentions and making sure that, this video is value enough for me, I enjoy watching these videos and I want to continue. That just happened. You can't just win 100% of the time. Everybody would love that. I would love that for you. I would love that for myself. But that's not realistic. You do what you can and you improve your videos bit by bit. That's why consistency is so important. I know that you have heard not just me or 100,000 other YouTube guru, content creator guru. Everybody talks about consistency. And yes, if you're not consistent and there's no series of videos that you're posting, what else would you take out of? There's no practice, there's no trial. Unless you actually practice and do it, no amount of strategies or thinking will actually help you achieve your goals and make sure that you are the YouTuber. You just have to do it. Trust me, if you remove all of your obstacles, if you remove everything that's stopping you from doing and posting your videos, just actually do it. You gotta be consistent. You definitely have to be consistent and making sure, don't just put up the one video and think that that's gonna be okay for an amount of time. No, like, trust me, at the beginning I listened to a lot of YouTube guru and YouTube content. They say that you can prime up yourself with 1 videos a week, and that is exactly where you should start, because it will give you a sense of how comfortable you are with producing and posting videos, what is the frequency you need to do, and how much you can actually commit with. Personally, I have found that I can actually produce 1 video every 3 to 5 days. Now that is a little bit of a WTF way to calculate it, but I don't want to commit to a fixed amount, like 1 videos a week or 2 videos a week, as that not really suit to my personality and my schedules. The way that I chose that is because he's give me just the right amount of time in between, so then I'll make sure that my video is going to be posted at the same time. Why is it not 2 times a week then? Because that is still 3 to 4 days in between the 2 videos posted. The reason I cannot commit to that schedule is because if I say that my video is gonna be up every Wednesday and Sunday, if I miss that day, I'm gonna feel like the biggest failure in the world. I cannot commit to that type of scheduling, so I create my own type of frequencies and commitment that I actually can put myself and put my effort into. And I hope that you guys, when you do this journey, content creation journey, YouTube journey, you'll also be able to find a way that you can actually commit to without hating any aspect of it. Once you've built your little channels, I would really hope that we all find each other and support each other. At the same time, I found that slowly you'll have commenters and views and people asking you questions, and oh my god, I cannot tell you how happy and positive and awesome it feels, because for me, in my own opinions, YouTube is such a big world. Like, it's the longest standing video content platform. It started and builds up the biggest content creators in the world from 2006, 2008, 2010. So it's such a massive world. The fact that somebody, like a random strangers on the internet, coming over, commenting, watching your videos, it's just like an amazing feeling to me. Like, I've experienced that on TikTok, I've experienced that on my Instagram, but holy hell, like the fact that somebody watched my 10-minute videos talking and having my opinions, it's so precious. So I really hope that you guys always give back the attentions and give back the respect and the love to the audience and to the viewers who are supporting you guys. Another thing too that I've learned having a lot of content exposed online on the internet, having myself open up on the internet, is that there's gonna be haters. There's gonna be people who disagree with what you say, and everybody is entitled to their own opinions. If they're not being disrespectful and they are just having a very constructive feedback, like, we'll really welcome it, because yeah, that's what makes us better. At the same time, there are people who, let me say, I really hope that God helps them one day, because holy hell, people who carries negative energies, they love to spread it out. They love to make sure that people around them, people they encounter, also have the same feeling, have the same type of energies as they do. So they love to drag you down any given point. That is just something happen normally. And before getting to social medias, I have already know that there's a level of negativity out there. My first time experiencing it, it's definitely very unpleasant. Like, I cannot tell you guys, there's some days, there are some comments that really gets into my brain, but at the same time, when I take my focus off those negative comments and negative source of energies, focus on what's positive, focus on what you're actually gaining, and you will just see that everything is beautiful, it's helping you, it's growing you, everybody is supporting you, and that was just so beautiful to see. So don't worry too much about the hate comments. Like, I know that it gets to you, but if there's any advice I can give to anyone's out there about, people being rude online, and is that do not put your energies following them, following what they're feeding you. You can do this. It takes some time. I believe in you. I'm gonna share my best grow tips with you guys right now. That goes beyond just the typical advice that, you know, a lot of it you guys have just heard me talking about. But this is what I think has exponentially contributed to my growth on YouTube. And I definitely think that this is a competitive advantage when you first start out on YouTube. This is something super beneficial for YouTube channel, even though it's a long content platform. Uploading short is like the biggest help factors that actually contribute to my success. That's because short algorithm actually push it to a lot of people, even though it's only 60 seconds max. Given the content is only up to 60 seconds, so it's literally free advertising. I know that it's not really easy to post your long form content. That's a lot of work already. Luckily for me personally, I do have a cadence of posting on my TikTok and Instagram as well. So I repurpose some of my content on those vertical platforms, bring it over to YouTube. I can guarantee you that if you even don't want to do long form content, doing short is just really fun. And you will see that while you're trying to have this 10-20 minutes video out with a lot of editings and everything involved into it, having a short, it's like a little mini break in between. It's really liberating. I found out that short helped me so much. Short is literally a free avenue for you to put yourself out there without any sort of paid or heavy endorsement. You know what's really exciting amongst all of this, besides the fact that, like, personally is my hobby and it's something that I really enjoy doing, but the opportunities that comes afterwards. I know that with the idea of being a YouTuber, you've definitely thought about having your channels monetized one day, maybe being a very big content creator or being an influencer down in the track. On YouTube, you get to be monetized once your account has either hit 500 followers and 10 million short views in the last 3 months, or the standard monetization requirement is to have at least 1,000 subscribers, no policies, no content copyrights claimed, and 4,000 of public watch hours in the last 12 months. If you have not found the courage to start, or there's something that still bugs you or makes you feel uncomfortable about being a YouTuber or create content and post it on YouTube, I would love to be there with you guys, because I know how daunting it was before you get started. For my fellow YouTubers, if you guys have any other growth tips for increasing your watch hour, I would love to hear it. Also, I would really appreciate if you can please give me a subscribe. That would be massively appreciated. I hope you guys found these videos helpful. Tune in for more videos on my channels. That's it for today. Love ya!